Well, the last video just uploaded. It's the last video I edited. I'm trying to do a few of them today. It's I have to go back and forth, and so I want to try to get this moving because who knows. I wish I did more, I wish I worked on this a little more over the summer. I mean, there were some days I didn't really do anything, like recently, and I figured, you know what, if I had this on my list, so I may as well go through with it. I don't know why I'm talking so quiet, but actually I do. But everybody's sleeping right now. I don't want to wake anybody up. But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit productive right now, which I usually feel pretty productive. I actually am pretty productive, all things considered. I think does this guy give me a blue coin now? I think I already got one from him. Oh, okay. Alright, I got a blue coin from him. But, yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, last video I was talking about changes to the Mario timeline. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the timeline's different now. Like, I think they're trying to reinvent stuff. Like, they made a new Donkey Kong game that I didn't buy because it's too expensive and I don't want to buy a Switch 2 while it's so expensive. And, I mean, I just may not end up buying one at all. I may not end up buying any of that. But they're kind of reinventing the timeline, like they're making that Donkey Kong Bonanza, that's going to be the, what do you call it, it's a prequel for Mario Odyssey. Like, I was wondering what this storyline was going into Mario Odyssey, because some stuff is kind of different, you know? And kind of, you know, I'm glad that, you know, had another 3D Mario game with Charles, but in some ways I kind of feel like maybe, you know, maybe they should have waited to do Mario Odyssey until they got rid of Charles, because, like, you know, we're in a new era of Mario. Charles is, you know, he's the late 90s, early 2000s Mario. You know, why go through with it? You know, why, you know, maybe they wanted to use him to bridge the gap a little bit, but, like, you know, we've got Chris Pratt Mario in the movies, assuming he's gonna come back to the sequel. I don't know what happened to Charles. Some people claim that, you know, some people are wondering if he got mad that he wasn't asked to voice Mario in the movie, which, honestly, they probably should have done. But, you know, Chris was fine. Chris basically did a Lou Albano impression throughout the movie. You know, Chris was still Chris. You don't get any damage in a Piranha while he's in there. So he's still funny. But, I mean, yeah, like, Chris is fine, Charlie Day's fine, Jack Black is fine. I can't remember the one that did Peach. Keegan Peele, I think is his name. Was it Keegan Peele? I don't remember. Because he had a comedy troupe at one point, and it put his name Keegan Peele. I don't know if that's his actual name, or if that's his joke name. Oh wow, I just phased right through that platform. But, definitely feels like we're onto a new thing for Mario. Like, he won't be, they've got that new voice actor for Mario Wonder. I didn't like Mario Wonder. I played it, I just can't bring myself to finish it for whatever reason. It's like, it feels kind of like slop, honestly. And Mario's not really supposed to feel like that. It feels like an acting, it looks like an acting. The art, people go crazy for the art, I don't get it. The art just looks like, you know, 2008 iOS, you know, 2008 iOS, you know, like, you know, App Store games, Plants vs. Zombies, Angry Birds. If Nintendo was gonna try to get on that trend, they should have done this in, like, 2008. And people like, people give the quote-unquote bland era of Mario, like, a bad rap. But you gotta remember what came out in the bland era of Mario. Super Mario 3D Land came out. That was... maybe it was kind of bland, but it was somewhat groundbreaking. Like, what do you expect from a 3D handheld platformer on a Nintendo console? You know, maybe they could have done better if it would have been on the PlayStation or the PSP, PlayStation Portable, I don't know. But, you know, it was pretty good for what it was. Like, I was kind of disappointed that they didn't port it to the Switch with, you know, updated graphics and everything. You know, Luigi's Mansion 2 is pretty good, that sold well. I preferred the original. But, you know, it was pretty good. Let's see, Mario Galaxy, that's another one. I certainly wouldn't say Mario Galaxy was bland. I mean, you look at even the graphics, you know, they had kind of like a rougher appearance to them. They textured Mario's overalls to look like they were made out of jeans and stuff, so that was pretty cool, if I'm thinking of the right game. Mario Galaxy 2 was another good one. I wouldn't say that they were necessarily bland, it's like... maybe they weren't part of the bland era. I know, like, the bland era, quote-unquote, I guess was New Super Mario Brothers, but, like, that first New Super Mario Brothers game for the DS, that was not bland. That was, like, that was pretty new. You know, that was all new stuff back then. They brought in some of the GameCube era continuity bosses, like, you know, Piranha and all that. Let's see, I guess New Super Mario Brothers Wii. That one was, I don't know. You know, people say that they're bland. New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, New Super Mario Brothers 2, the thing with all the money. It's like, I don't know, it's like, maybe they were bland, and I'm sure I sound like an idiot. It's like, oh, I don't know, it's like a, you know, I'm not rehearsing what I'm saying. But, it really didn't, I don't know, it didn't feel bland to me. Maybe, I don't know, like, what they're doing now feels bland. You know, like, here's the thing with Mario Odyssey is, you know, it was different, it did a lot of new stuff, but some of the art just didn't look finished. And it really felt to me like they pulled, you know, people are trying to say it's not bland, but to me it felt like they pulled all the models from Super Mario 3D World. You know, maybe, you know, why is it bland when it's 3D World? Which I guess people aren't saying anymore. People seem to like 3D World now that they re-released it to the Switch. And they did Bowser's Fury. That game... ironically, in some ways, I feel like that game might be the last of that sort of, I guess, my era. You know, I don't know what I should be considered. I'm not, like, a millennial. I'm kind of old for Gen Z, I guess, but I'm too young to be a millennial. I've been seeing people trying to identify people like me as, like, late 90s, early 2000s kids, which, I don't know, depending on what you read, that's a Gen Z, and then other things you read, it's millennial, so I don't know. But, like, I guess that, like, Mario Sunshine is, like, an example of my era of Mario. Mario 64 DS is sort of like my era of Mario. New Super Mario Brothers is my era of Mario. I don't know, maybe I'm just partial to my era of Mario. Maybe I'm just an old man and I don't want to see gaming change. But then, like, I don't know, I felt like it was more worth the price, the way it was under those titles. Like, you know, I'm sure 60 bucks didn't feel great spending back then, but the game felt more worth it, and, like, now they're raising it up to 80, and the art doesn't look good, and the music isn't memorable, and the mechanics aren't really anything new. The things that are new just are weird. I don't know. the whole state of the Mario, everything just doesn't feel as good. I guess one thing is the merchandise is pretty cool now, but like, I'm not going out buying the merchandise anymore. It's like, I guess I kind of grew out of that. Maybe I'm just not the demographic, but like everything, Nintendo feels like it's behind. Like, they were gonna go for this 2008 iOS style. Maybe they should have done it when it was like, all the games were looking like that. Then again, I guess if they went by what it looked like now, it would look like Fortnite, and that's kind of what the new Donkey Kong game looked like. Oh well.